Deep Chief's article, ESNU, ESNUG 600 item 1. Subject: Jensen cleverly injected $2 billion into synopsis toward AMD Cerebras Intel's AI chip. A man always have two reasons for doing anything: a good reason and a real reason. J.P. Morgan, American financier and investment banker, 1837 to 1913. What the F is going on? The 4 days ago. Four days ago, the NVIDIA Jensen Huang and Synopsys said Jensen had announced a surprise announcement on Monday, where they were bringing NVIDIA's CUDA Blackwell Vera Rubin Omniverse AI deep inside all the Synopsys Ansys multiphysics tools, promising super amazing 200 to 1000 times speed up and throughput. NVIDIA Synopsys Proteus and Synopsys Velox, Synopsys Spice Search Simulation, and Ansys AI Physics coming in 2026. Note: words in orange are clearly added to show the well-done NVIDIA's accelerator tool is inside the Synopsys Ansys toolset. And there is a video and specifically flagged how Ansys Redhawk SC, Ansys IcePack, Ansys Fluent, and Ansys Mechanical, Maxwell and the Perceives, and Ansys Discovery, Ansys LS Dynamic, Ansys HFSS, and Ansys Pi, Ansys Hurt were already getting kick-ass runtime with the NVIDIA AI. So, on top of that, in addition to already having Synopsys Velox simulation and Synopsys Spice simulation, they also announced how Synopsys PNR and Synopsys DRC LVS was going. Whole is NVIDIA CUDA Blackwell Vera Rubin Omniverse AI in 2020 and 2026. Of course, Sajin loves this, where even wider is NVIDIA is directly injecting $2 billion into Synopsys at $414 a share to own 2.5% of Synopsys. The big question is why Jensen giving Sajin $2 billion in cash right now. To throw this out, I asked Jay Vicious Tower of Griffin securely, lawfully, how much does NVIDIA usually spend on Synopsys tools every year? Jay said, I can't tell you that. Okay then, much does NVIDIA spend the total on all EDA tools worldwide per year? Jay said, worldwide NVIDIA's total annual spend for EDA is going roughly $500 million. Then, using Edmark's global market share state, 45% Synopsys, 40% Cadence, 15% is Mental. NVIDIA $500 million total annual spend for EDA tools scales out roughly to, as a Synopsys $25 million, 45%, as a $200, 40%, Mental, $75 million, 15%. So, $2 billion divided by $225 million is 8.8 times, roughly 9 times. That is, Jensen is efficiently fronting Jensen to a whopping 5 years of the sales in cash for free, pretty much. So Jensen can make everything Synopsys sells to be based on Jensen's NVIDIA CUDA Blackwell Vela Rubin Universal AI. So how is this free money? $2 billion for 2.5% of Synopsys doesn't really dilute to the stock much. The Jensen is still going to get his usual $225 million in annual sales to NVIDIA, plus each free money to Jensen because NVIDIA gets $2 billion in assets and it makes all Synopsys Ansys customers into NVIDIA's AI chips buyers. So Jensen is playing 3G chess. Even though he currently owns 80% of 90% of market share and AI chip sales today, Jensen knows that its high-tech things can easily change overnight and if NVIDIA isn't careful. For example, how Intel went from clearly owning the chip world for 5 decades over into a desperately struggling to make a comeback in 2025. Looking over his shoulder, Jensen can clearly see his AI chip rivals chasing him. As some quick and lazy research, I googled NVIDIA AI chip competitors and using what Google AI spit out as a base, I did another 25 other follow-ups Google searches to suss out exactly who Jensen is worried about and why or why not they are not a threat. Here's what I found. Jensen's 2026 Threat Assessment Report. NVIDIA's main competitor in AI chips include AMD, Intel, and which offer rival GPUs as well as major cloud providers into Google, Amazon, AWS, and Microsoft that design their own custom AI chips. Other significant competitors are Cerebral Systems, Huawei, and Qualcomm and Grok. Chip manufacturers, Advanced Micro Devices, AMD, offer the Instinct MI400 line of GPUs as a direct competitor to NVIDIA's offerings. AMD did a 10% of each stock deal with OpenAI ChatGPT, expecting $100 billion in revenue over the next 4 years from it. And the AMD Instinct AI chips are absolutely the number one 2026 threat to NVIDIA. Cerebral Systems is known for creating very large AI chips such as its wafer-scale engine. Its WSE3 has 900,000 AI cores with 125 petaflops of compute power on a chip. Cerebral's C3 is 21 times faster, 1/3 lower cost, and 1/3 lower power than NVIDIA's GTX 200 Blackwell GPU. So the SHOP 2 as the 2026 threat to NVIDIA. Huawei held the Ascend 910, 950, 960, 970 series is aimed to directly compete against NVIDIA and a Chinese market to power China DeepSeek AI. Ascend series is number one threat to NVIDIA in China, but not a threat anywhere else. Intel competes against NVIDIA, its Gaudi 3, AI accelerators, and other offerings. Problem is Gaudi is on 5 nanometer and Intel itself is struggling. Marketed as cheaper, a rival to the NVIDIA H200, but users rarely. Intel AI is not a 2026 threat to NVIDIA. Qualcomm, a smartphone chip giant expanding into the data center market with its own AI200 and AI250 AI processors. Qualcomm sells its AI chips to data centers, PCs, and an Android smartphone market. This is possible. Number 332, NVIDIA's 2026 in Qualcomm's respective niches. Apple has its own GPU-based M4 A19 Pro. It has recently announced M5 AI chips. It's not a threat to NVIDIA in any way because all Apple AI chips are 100% used internally on Apple products. Cloud services provider developing custom AI chips. Google develops its Tensor Processing Ultra TPUs units. Intel Tensor Processing Unit TPUs, such as Ironwood TPU for its own AI chips. No threat to NVIDIA other than loss of sales to Google. The Amazon AWS develops its own custom AI chips, including the Trainium and Inferentia series for use in its cloud service. Not a threat to NVIDIA other than a loss of sales to the AWS. Microsoft is also developing custom AI Maya 100 silicon to reduce our reliance on external suppliers. No threat to NVIDIA other than a loss of sales of Microsoft. Meta, Facebook, like other scalers, Meta produces its own MTIA version 2, not a threat to NVIDIA other than a loss of sales to Meta, Facebook. Other specialized computers, Croc, offers a language processing unit LPU, and specifically an AI inferencing. It enables speeds up to 10 times faster than GPU for certain tasks with a lower power use, serving both cloud and on-premise needs. Unknown threat to status to NVIDIA. And the Samba Nova system develops its own SN40L processor for AI workloads. Unknown, but probably small threat to status to NVIDIA. IBM has its own Note 4 AI chip, no threat to NVIDIA. Deny AMD the high ground. Out of 13 AI chip drivers listed above, it's obvious that Jensen's immediate concern is NVIDIA's instance MI400 line of GPUs. AMD is the clear and present danger for now. Jensen's best strategy to counter AMD is to have his NVIDIA its chip lock in the compute-intensive users as possible before the AMD AI chips can sneak in. And name one thing more compute-intensive than multi-physics simulation and design. The multi-physics simulation analysis tool market in 2024. Which is why Jensen is being so generous and lovey-dovey with assassins, answers, and synopsis. By using free money, $2 billion for synopsis shares, that's the most likely grow in value, plus committing some of his NVIDIA AI engineering geniuses to the project. Jensen sketch to lock in the users of the largest multi-physics tools vendor ANSYS into having to buy his NVIDIA AI chips if they want those kick-ass celebrated times sweet. This is a non-conclusive deal. This is a get-out-of-jail card for both Jensen's and Sessions' benefit. Chance. This card may be kept till needed or sold. Get out of the jail free. That way, Jensen can work with Siemens, Altair, multi-physics vendor second in 2026, Cadence Hexagon, multi-physics vendor number 5 in 2026, to deeply adopt his NVIDIA's AI solution. Editor's note: click to enlarge the bar graph image above the get out of the jail free card to see what I'm talking about. The bar graph 2 images up. And Assassin can work with AMD, Cerebras, Intel, Qualcomm, Google, AWS, Crook, and etc. to use Synopsys ANSYS tools to design chips that directly compete against NVIDIA. All this core deal does is gives Sassin $2 billion to spread NVIDIA's AI throughout his entire Synopsys ANSYS offering, but I won't be surprised if the Cadence and Synopsys Siemens later also get some sort of the similar incentive to spread NVIDIA's AI in their offering too. Also, in summary, the NVIDIA Synopsys deal was Jensen's clever way to lock NVIDIA AI chips that are seriously compute-intensive applications, while through inertia also effectively blocked AMD's Instinct MI 400 GPUs from entering this compute-intensive high-ground tool. Sorry, AMD, but we only have so many R&D guys to support the AI chips, and they are all focused on NVIDIA's CUDA, Blackwell, Vela, Lubin Omniverse in our EDA tools right now. And Jensen did this using effectively free money. And Assassin won because he got a customer to forecast $2 billion to pay the upgrades. John Curry, DeepChip.com, Holstone, Me? And a man always had two reasons for doing anything, a good reason and the real reason. JP Morgan, American financier and investment banker, 1837 to 1913.